This episode discusses sensitive topics, including mental health and personal challenges. If you find these topics triggering, please listen with care. If you're in distress, don't hesitate to reach out to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK, 1-800-273-8255, available 24/7. Remember, this content is for informational purposes only and not a substitute for professional advice. Stay safe and take care.
Hey everybody, Mark McKenna. I am excited today to have a great guest, my good friend Jesse Deutscher from EXP. We've been friends now for 3 years, right? Yeah. Right around there. So thanks for coming on. And I wanted to bring this episode into the new year because I think Jesse's story to me is very inspiring, right? And everybody, you're a gym rat now.
That's it.
How many people are in the gym the first 2-3 weeks of January?
Everyone, but this year a little less for some reason.
You know why?
Why?
Because they're all jabbing themselves with a pen.
That was Ozempic, right?
Exactly. That's what they're doing. As soon as they stop, they're going to be like the Nutty Professor blowing up. That's what's going to happen. So the reason why I was excited about Jesse, and I always like motivational stories and how determined people are. So, Ryan, when we run this, I want you to bring up the pictures of Jesse, the before and afters, because I think it's amazing. So, you got into real estate how long ago?
About 5 years.
5 years ago. So how old were you at that point in time?
27.
27 years old, coming in, just kind of flying by the seat of your pants, I would guess. And what was your daily routine?
Gym. I had a CBD store and smoke shop that I ran daily, and I still sold a bunch of weed.
Okay, so there we go. So now we're into 2024, and let's talk about transition in your body. Okay, back when you started 5 years ago, what was your weight?
So 7 years ago, I was 360 pounds.
Okay, 300 and how much?
60.
360. So you see in the picture, okay, that's Jesse at 360, all right? And what are you today?
232.4.
230. He carries a scale on his car now. 232.4 as of today, all right? It's 128 pounds. So basically, you lost a person.
More than what my wife weighs.
Yeah. Right. So think about that, guys. So, all right. So you're 360. What's the tipping point that says, oh my God, what am I doing?
I got in my mouth. I was ready to go.
Did you hear that?
Couldn't breathe.
Couldn't breathe.
Couldn't tie my shoes.
Okay. You were at that point, breaking point.
Oh, yeah. Lost all my money.
Doing what? Gambling?
No,
drinking?
With a bad partner.
Bad partner. Okay.
In business.
Broke, obesely overweight, and depressed.
$200 in my pocket, moved back in with my now fiance.
Okay. So you said to yourself, all right, I'm either going to do this and take the cowardly way out, or I got it in me to go ahead and make this thing work.
Correct.
All right. So that's crazy.
Crazy.
I didn't know that was going to be the answer. Okay. So all those people, and this is a different segue, all those people who think life is that bad and he was there. I mean, look at this guy, like 128 pounds later. So tell me, what was the first part? After that day where you said, okay, this isn't the right thing to do.
I got back in the gym.
You got back in the gym.
Yeah.
So at that point in time, what year was that when you were 360?
So I had lost 55 pounds in Florida when I had that bad partner. And then he was 400 and something pounds. And I started eating with them lunches all day long. And I got back to the 360. So after losing 60, I went back up to 360 when I moved to New Jersey because of all the pizza and the bagels and the Taylor ham and all that kind of stuff. I just blew right back up.
So, and then you get rid of the bad partner and you say, all right, I'm going to make this thing work. You're living with your fiance and you're grinding it out, and she's like your your rock at that point in time, like stand behind you and said, "We're gonna make this work"?
No, she
No?
sent me an app that tracks the calories.
Okay.
It was this app with pictures, and I was like, it looked like a game to me. So I started taking pictures. I ate like 6,800 calories the first day. Thinking I was eating good.
I love about him. He's so honest. It's awesome. That's awesome. So you got first day was a rough day. You ate 6,800 calories.
It wasn't it was just to track the food.
Gotcha.
And when I saw that number, knowing that the average calorie count's 2,000, I knew I was doing something wrong.
Really bad.
So when I lost 55 pounds, it was all exercise. Twice a day, tennis with my dad, working out morning and night.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't out-train a bad diet, right? So I can lose 55
Did you
pounds.
hear that, guys? You can't out-train a bad diet.
Correct.
It's a good one.
Yeah, can't.
So, I mean, whatever you put in your mouth is going to affect everything you do.
Yeah, I might lose that 55 pounds of water weight because now I'm doing cardio. But when I eat that much, I'm still going to stay above 300 pounds because I'm not burning 5,000 calories.
Correct.
Right.
So you get this app, you get it going. So in that first year where you're tracking what you're eating, what happened to your body?
I could pull up my MyFitnessPal and tell you, but basically, I would say I got down to like 300 within the first year and a half.
First year. And how long, this whole journey's been, how long? 5 years?
6 to 7.
6 to 7 years, okay? So you're 360 in about 2017, 2016?
Yeah, 2017.
Okay? So gradually he keeps fighting and fighting and fighting. And the food intake's your biggest thing, right?
Yeah, but when I first started, I got to eat a lot more food. As I plateaued, I had to add different workouts, different kinds of cardio, Muay Thai fighting. Like I had to add more things.
What do you do? Thai fighting too?
Muay Thai, yeah.
Yeah. I like every part of this interview is going to be, I'm going to learn more and more about Jesse. It's going to have me in a pretzel figure down on the floor after this. So you're doing more things, you're adding things into your daily schedule. And then when you get under like 270, when's the breakthrough time? Like, man, I'm really.
Well, the reason it took me 7 years is because every time I hit a new goal, I'd go up 10 pounds. I would go out to dinners again, and I'd break the habits for a month or two, and I'd put that weight on right back. And then when I give myself a little leeway, which if I had a trainer and I didn't do it all on my own, it could have been a quicker process. But nonetheless, 7 years is better than still being fat, right?
Yeah.
So what I would do is, okay, live life a little, go eat, never stop the working out though, right? So like with a lot of bodybuilders, they'll train for these shows and they'll cut all this weight and then like gain 30 pounds in a month because they're like back to those old habits for a little bit.
Correct.
And they're back on prep, right? So I kind of did it similar to that. I didn't just stay in the deficit forever. I just stopped tracking the food, gain 10 pounds, then I'd lose 20. Then I'd gain 10 and lose 20, and gain 10 and lose 20.
And then, so did you ever get close to be like, gain more than 10? Did you ever put on like 30 or 40 and be like, what am I?
No, because I know the hardest part about the whole journey is starting. So I never fell off that much where I just said, this, because if you can gain 30 or 40 back,
you're
mentally you're going back that other way.
Yeah.
So even this past December, right? My birthday was December 12th, Christmas, New Year's, right? From the 12th to the 1st, I went from 232 to 241, and now I'm right back down within 7 days because it's all water weight and it's not real weight, right? It was probably 2 pounds of real weight that I had to work off.
That's why I already lost the 7 pounds from the holidays because it wasn't that hard. I just had to stop shoving food in my face.
Because you really didn't fall off the plan, right? You knew you were gonna entertain people. You knew you had holiday dinners, but you didn't completely fall off.
Yeah, it's tough. And everywhere you turn, it's either
Cookies,
food, just in general anymore. Like there's food everywhere. Like growing up, I don't remember needing to have like food and snacks, and everywhere I went, every store, it's like
you go to Marshall's, and at the end they got the cookies, the chips, the everything.
It's like they're trying to kill you.
Well, no, it's the easy sale because everyone's fat and brainwashed.
So it's funny you say that because one thing I noticed after COVID, I noticed that people just seemed to be even more out of shape and heavy than they were. They
they used it as an excuse.
just kept eating and like I went to a Phillies game this year, right, or 2 years ago after COVID, and I was like looking around at the crowd going, "Oh my God, what's going on with the general public?" Like,
Mark, other than the gym, I don't even want to go in public because it makes me sick. Somebody wearing a mask that's 400 pounds and they're scared of getting COVID, but not scared of being fat and having a heart attack. I don't get it. Do you get it?
I don't get it.
You don't get it, right?
Everybody's different.
No, that's insane.
And that is insanity. You're more likely to die from heart disease or diabetes than you are from wearing a mask.
Right. But if you're already 400 pounds, you obviously don't care about dying, right? Realistically.
Because you just gave up.
And if you get COVID and die, then whose fault is it?
That's a whole nother debate. We're here to talk about your journey. All right, so you get into real estate 5 years ago, so you're starting to work on everything, and you're a social guy, you like to go out. So, there's always a lot, and you were in the weed industry, so you had all kinds of different people working around you.
Yeah.
So you're out there, you're partying. Are you drinking a lot? Are you smoking a lot?
I smoked every day from 11 to 31.
From 11 to 31.
Every single day.
You smoked every day.
On probation and all.
All right. So at what point in time, what was a little crazier? Was it the drinking or the smoking?
So the smoking never made me make bad decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, except for eating late night. Right? That was probably the worst decision I made, smoking. The drinking was the worst thing for me because once I'm drinking, I'm doing whatever.
Correct. So you're a loose cannon at that point.
Yeah.
And then it just goes with that whole lifestyle, and you're big, and you're all it's like a big joke. Everybody thinks it's funny.
Yeah, I'm buying the whole bar shots once I'm drunk, and it's a $3,000 bar tab and $2,000 to the strippers, and now it's a $5,000 night.
So it adds up quick. So he's there. He's in 5Gs. He just bought a couple rounds of shots and a couple strippers, and it's $5,000 later. All right. So, and then is this when did you start real estate and doing this or no?
No. I started real estate after I stopped drinking.
All right. So you stopped drinking 5 years ago. So that's like
I stopped drinking at 25 years old, 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
You can't drink like that and lose weight.
No.
Well, I can't. The amount of shots I was drinking was my calories for a whole day.
Yeah.
So it was impossible to continue to drink like that while going through this journey.
And so do you have cocktails now?
No, I did up until 9 months ago. Now
Okay.
I'm 100% sober.
100% sober, no cocktails at all. And I mean, you see the guy, you're going to think that he's like a bodybuilder with the way he carries himself. And, people don't realize, like, that's another thing, because I do my dry January every year because the holidays kind of kill me. I got to detox my body. How much people push alcohol, right?
Insane.
It's unbelievable. Want to drink? Want to drink? And when you're at a party, you want to drink? And I'm like,
And there's no health benefit.
zero. And when you don't drink, the clarity in your head you're so much sharper than everybody in the room.
And you're not a smoker either.
No.
So for January, you're completely sober.
Yes.
So then what's going to make you drink in February?
A couple of my clients maybe, but I don't, like, I'll go out and party or go to happy hour once in a while. Like Monday to Friday, I'm usually not drinking. The clarity's big. It's unbelievable.
How much stuff are you going to uncover in January that you might not have seen because of that fog, right?
Listen, when I'm prospecting in January, I'm killing it. I always say if I took my bar tabs away and I took all that energy that I have extra, it's probably $1 million, $1.5 million difference in revenue in my career.
And that's exactly why I'm sober, because I have to get to a certain point in my career, and it's not going to happen with those vices.
So, talk about what we just said. He realizes that he's disciplined enough now after he's had all the changes. He's done everything that you could ever do on the bad side of the fence, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, almost everything other than
I heard strippers, smoking, probation, and a lot of alcohol, right?
Yeah.
So So that pretty much covers the whole gamut. So, and then he's dialed in, he's getting chiseled, he's building his business. So when you first were into real estate, I know you work with Gene, amazing guy, great person to look up to in the business. So you're like floating around and you're still getting after it a little bit and kind of, so like at what point of your real estate career do you say, all right, I feel good about myself. I picked myself up from shooting myself,
Yeah.
okay, to where I'm going. How do I get to that next level real estate agent now that I have all these pieces? I know a zillion people. Like when did that happen? Was that
I mean,
3 years ago?
yeah, about 3 years ago when we moved to EXP, over during COVID, right? I closed my store because I was forced to shut down by the state, and I said I'm not going to keep paying this bill that I can't be open, and we don't know when we're going to be open.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a 5-year lease that I broke after 2 years because I knew I could and get away with it.
Gotcha.
So I got off the hook, moved everything out, and told him, put somebody else in, and he filled the spot. So there was no court. And then I went into real estate, like buying leads with Zillow. I partnered with Rick Brown, and we started to build a little business. And then what happened was I sold like 15, 16 houses that first year of actually working real estate. And then I had friends that were in the business for 5, 6, 7 years asking me to be on my team. Another guy for 3 or 4 years that wanted to work with me, right? So as I would post it on social media, all of a sudden people are like, yo, I'm getting my license. What should I do? And then all of a sudden I had 10 people within a month and a half on my team. And I was like, okay, this is really what the goal was to build. The real goal was my wife was going to get her brokerage license and we were just going to open a branch of Remax somewhere and be a broker. But once coming to EXP, we realized we don't really need the brokerage side.
Correct.
We just need to build a team.
It's just a lot of overhead and aggravation. You build a team within,
Correct,
and you're good to go.
Yeah.
So now, how many people you have on your team now?
So I had 10, but recently in the last year, I started 2 new business ventures. So I merged my team onto Gene's team.
Okay.
And so I could focus on managing the other ventures rather than managing the new guys and training the new guys because he already had the infrastructure in place to do that.
Yeah. So, and last year you did how many in your group? What'd you do?
I think we hit.
Were you like 45?
Yeah, something 40 to 50.
I think at a bigger price point up there and tough year for a lot of people. Transactions were down, inventory was down. So, but think about what he's doing. He started another business, okay? Still doing a lot of volume, was able to keep a nice income stream coming in from real estate, and also has an income stream coming in from the digital marketing business.
Yeah, and my Amazon store has been going this is going on the 4th year. So that was already being built alongside it.
So you have 3 businesses.
I have a couple more than that.
So he's got a lot going on. And so if you looking back, could you ever have done anything even close to that, where your health was and where your life was?
No, I would have been selling weed my whole life.
Yeah, so he would have been selling weed his whole life.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been doing this, and he would have been,
probably dead.
Probably dead. Yeah. Okay?
Or in jail.
One of the two.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go out on a limb and just say, this is not our typical podcast. Okay?
You knew that.
I was looking forward to this, but listen, it's not the same old story all the time. Like I look at somebody like this and go like, all right, so you're like, and whenever I go out with Jesse, he's always smiling, having a good time. We get like, it's like I see him all the time, and I mean, I consider him a real good friend. We've only known each other a couple of years. I pick up the phone, he's like, yo, what do you need? In 2 seconds. So, but that's because he sees what successful people around him are like. He knows that we're all on the right path for success. And every time I see his post about a new goal he hit, I'm like, dude, awesome, amazing. Like I get so inspired. Like some people can't understand when you're at that bottom like that, like, how rough life can be sometimes. And all you hear is the bad stories.
And most people don't talk about the bottom to the top.
No.
They just talk about the top.
Hey, did I ever tell you the time I had a gun in my mouth? No one says that, okay? They talk about, oh my God, I'm doing so great. Like I think I think Facebook, my friends and all, we joke around, should be called Fake Book.
100%.
Because nothing is true on there. Okay.
I know a guy whose wife is miserable with him. But if you look at the post, it looks like they have the best life ever.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, it's all fake.
Dinner, vacations, everything is on
Yeah,
there.
crazy.
My kids are doing great. I love my kids. My kids are terrible. Whatever. So my friends and I wanted to start a new social media platform called Bad Book, so you can list all the bad shit in your life that everything, so they can be honest about things.
Yeah.
Because no one tells you really what's happening.
But if it's all the bad stuff, then it's a low frequency. So you need the mix of both.
It'd be good. It'd be good to have something. But like, I gotta tell you, I was not expecting you to say. I thought you were gonna be like, I was getting ready, got out of the shower, I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, no. And
I can't sugarcoat.
no, he does not.
You'll get more views on this one than all these other ones. Watch.
No, but so where's your focus at now? Is your focus in more real estate? Is it the digital media? Is it your Amazon? Does your wife run of them?
Yeah, so my wife's the COO of all the companies. Right?
Okay.
So she's the operator. I'm a visionary. I'm an entrepreneur. I have ADHD. I can't just do one thing. So I have to do multiple things. My brain doesn't work. Like on a slow day, I have to do something productive. I can't just kind of be slow.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm always networking. I'm going to networking events. I'm just growing my network.
Another great point in our conversation prior to the podcast. Do you pay for Zillow leads anymore?
Yeah, very little.
Very little. Where do you do most of your networking?
The gym.
The gym. How many gym memberships do you have?
5.
5 different gym memberships. Okay. So it's like basically it took a spot in like nightclubs and bars going out there. You go to the gym and you talk to people about getting in shape, working out, and then it turns into a real estate story or something like that.
Yeah, it's just, they ask me what I do. How are you at the gym at 12 o'clock in the afternoon for 3 hours? Because if I don't have an appointment, I'm at the gym.
So, but think about, it's the same basic thing I always talk about. To be successful in real estate, you need to talk to as many people as possible. There's nothing more personal that people remember more than a great conversation and a good listener. A text is not as effective, okay? You need to talk to people, okay? And when you talk to them, MMFI, make me feel important, all right? What do? You talk to people.
You ask them about their life. They don't care about you.
No.
Nobody cares about you.
No. You want to talk to them and to ask them, how you doing? And they tell you about their house or with this, and then, oh my God, it's amazing. If they have a business, how can I help your business, right? They're the kind of things that you do. You want to be a successful agent. You want to be an entrepreneur, do whatever you want to do. But the one thing I got to tell you, when you look at those pictures of the before and after, it's like 2 different people.
Yeah.
I
have people now, they're like, I think I know you. They're like, were you a lot bigger? And I'm like, yeah, you haven't seen me in 6 years because I didn't want to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's... All right, so let me ask you a question, because I've struggled with weight throughout my life.
Yeah.
So, how quick did you throw all your fat clothes out of the trash can?
I don't. Yeah, I gave them all away.
You gave them all away.
Once they don't fit.
So, what was your biggest waist size?
Biggest waist size? 52.
Holy shit, 52.
Yeah.
What are you now?
38.
38. 52. He lost 14 inches on his waist. I'm a 52 jacket. That's big.
Yeah, I was a 58 jacket.
Whew.
Now I'm a 48 or 50.
Wow.
I get custom suits now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you're big time. Yeah. I'm down here in South Jersey with the cows and the pigs. But think about that. 52 waist. Yeah. That's incredible. I
had to go big and tall. Everything was twice the price. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Then it'd have to be tailored after because they come 6 inches longer than I was.
And then I notice when I struggle, I just say, I'm just going to buy a bigger size to make me feel comfortable. And then just keeps snowballing. Yeah. No, but that's amazing. And then, so you're 128 pounds down. What's your favorite thing you do now that you could say on camera, okay, that you struggled with when you were that you just hated about yourself?
Walk. I could go anywhere. I don't have to. I used to go to pool tournaments and rent the handicap cart so I didn't have to walk around the venue.
Wow.
How lazy is that?
Yeah, that's bad.
Now I could just like going to Vegas. I would always rent those carts. Even SG, the first time we went to the Remax convention, I felt
Thank God I didn't know you. If you were rolled up in the cart,
you still would have loved me. You would have been at the blackjack. We're killing it. Yeah.
how about that?
Yeah.
And you're a great pool player, right? You're playing a lot of tournaments?
Won 2 for 2 this year so far.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, and the pool tables aren't that far away, and you were renting a scooter.
Well, no, at the Remax convention, yeah, the room was far from the end of the back and forth to the room. I was renting a scooter.
It's unbelievable. Because when you were, don't get mad at me, but you were
Morbidly obese.
you were too lazy to walk, or you were just sucking wind. Both.
Yeah, all of it. My feet would hurt. My back would. Everything hurt. I was just not. I wasn't. There was no masculinity left. I was defeated.
Wow. Just get the fat.
Couldn't even tie my shoes. I would leave them tied and slip them on.
Yeah. See, that's when you start to get a little tired getting to the shoes, but
Can't get to the shoes. I have to sit down to put my shoes on.
wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. All right, so if you had to tell anybody one bit of advice about, because a lot of us struggle from weight issues, because what the United States puts in our food, all the things that all the
I give
people.
2.
You can give 2. I want to hear 'em.
All right. One is look in the mirror naked, and something's going to scream at you. That's what you have to change.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's 1. Number 2, if you're a man, this is for the men. Your biggest weakness is your family's excuse. So take that in, right? If you're overweight, your kids have an excuse to be overweight. If you drink, they have a reason to go get drunk and drive their car drunk, right? Whatever they learn from you, whatever your weaknesses are, they're going to pick it up, even if you try to teach them something else.
Yeah, that's pretty powerful shit. Like, we talk about a lot of things on this podcast. Like that's like good advice. Like, you don't realize it. Now I'm still feeling like crap a little bit. Like, I have a full stock bar in my house. I'm have to go throw everything away because my kids will get after it once in a while.
Also pray. You got to pray.
Yeah,
Have to every day.
that's awesome.
All
Right.
that stuff.
I think it's like such a great, and I think everybody always waits for us to talk about real estate. What's the secret sauce? And that's great stuff and all. But like, think about where this guy's at in his life, right? He just told you 3 things to do that if you asked him 6 years ago or 7 years ago, he probably would have laughed at you. Okay. I said, what are you, crazy? I'm going to do that. I'm going to pray. I'm going to do this. Like, that's some heavy stuff in my opinion. And like, I listened to I was expecting a little different podcast when I answer these questions.
You said personal growth. You didn't say real estate.
No, personal growth. I did. You're
That's
right.
what I'm big on.
Well, and you're right.
Because the sales and the houses will follow if you work on you every day.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's another thing, right? For real estate, right back to real estate. If you're fat, right? Do you think someone's going to trust you selling their house if they're fit?
Correct.
They're going to look at you like a lazy piece of shit. So you're going to cut corners in selling their house too. That's how they're going to see it.
They're going to say he can't even take care of
Himself. How's he going
to take care of the biggest asset in my life? You are exactly right.
So it's all hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's so, and then the other thing too, like, when we talk about the clarity and, on the wagon and doing these things, like when you get up at 5:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, get your workout in, come in, and you're in the office at 8:15, you're so much farther ahead than everybody in the business. Everybody.
Yeah.
Because they're still home in their PJs, having their coffee. They got a Good Morning America on, sitting there.
I don't watch those either.
No, that's we can't get off that. I can't stop watching.
It's all negative.
I know. That's another one of my lists this year. I got to sleep more. I got to go up to bed earlier so I don't hang around and hover around the fridge. And then instead of laying downstairs, and I got to stop watching the news because the news gets me so angry. I don't care if it's CNN or Fox, whatever it is, I still get angry.
Of course.
You're right. And then you start to, You're like, look at these guys, they're all playing with that, but you still get caught up into it.
Yeah, it lowers your frequency first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
And then you have to overcome that frequency.
Yeah. All right. No more Channel 6 news in the morning for me. Yeah, I got to tell you, like the one thing that I really learned from this is kind of those lessons, those excuses that you build for your family. That's some good stuff.
Yeah,
Like
my prayers, I pray for somebody to hear my message. Maybe that was you today.
that's
See what I'm saying?
so you got the message, okay?
Yeah.
So stop throwing stuff in your mouth, okay? Don't
Exercise.
exercise, okay? Look what you're doing to everybody around you, okay? If you're blowing up like a tick, you're going to have health issues and everybody's going to follow in suit. When you're feeling better, you're going to sell more properties, people are going to respect you more, you're going to live longer. I mean,
Yeah, what's all that money if you're just going to die young? Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
all right? This is
Not
great.
you. Not
No,
you.
well,
People are...
I've already had my bouts with everything.
Of course.
So you make me feel like a altar boy with you bringing you in here. So it's good stuff. All right. So and what area do you work out of?
From Morris County down to Monmouth County.
Morris to Monmouth County. You want a guy who's going to shoot straight with you. Be honest. He's awesome. One of my good friends I've known over the last couple of years, and look forward to a lot more great things happening for in the future. My man. All right. Good stuff.